soul family. Well, look at that. It's 11:11. And we're going to start our reading. And I'm going to start it by getting myself together one of my own wands. I didn't give myself one of my beautiful ones. This is my smallest wand that I have that's wrapped. It hasn't been adorned because I guess I don't need that. And then here are the ones that I am doing right now. They look like they're all going to be mediums and larges. And the only other one that I have left, I think I have, oh no, I have a few I've wrapped before. So I'll have to put them all together. Is this beautiful one? I was looking at it and I thought, no, I can't burn it. Isn't that terrible? One of the women that I sold my wands, a lot of wands to, she gave them away. Here's my other ones here. I just want to show you guys. She gave them away as gifts. And she's like, the one that she got for herself, she says, I can't burn it. Okay, here's one. So that's a large. It's a Mambo one. And I just wanted to see how many I had left that were actually, because people have been asking. So sorry, I'm doing this right at the same time. Okay, so this is a jumbo. This one I haven't even got it priced on there because it's literally the double weight. It's freaking huge. And it's got the leopard skin Jasper with the key. And we've got the pink opal, and this one is a large. And then we have the abalone, and this one is a small. And this is a medium. This is the hematite. And this is a really big large. Actually, it should be a jumbo in all reality, but somebody will get a really good deal on the rose quartz. So those are all the wands that I have that are available at this time. The other ones, like I said, I'm in the midst of wrapping, and I'm going to allow myself to have this one because I was doing the loose leaves, and I thought, you know, it's just taking you too much time as I try to do my readings with you guys to to do the loose ones. I have to keep lighting the leaves on fire in the little dish, and I thought, this is ridiculous. You make these wands. Give yourself something for a change. Why is it that we never give ourselves what we give others? You know, that's a lesson to me. That's a really, really big lesson to me. I seem to have a problem with that. I've had that my whole life. I give to everyone else and I don't give to myself. So I'm starting to remedy that situation. Here, let me just make sure that my work page is off because, ooh, it wasn't, and that wouldn't have been good. We would have been interrupted. So let's start the sage. You guys want to see how you do this? Check it out. This is my dish. I'll show you. I don't know if I've actually shown you guys. So this is sand. This is from the lake, actually, and there's a lot of loose old sage in here. Oops, sorry. Can you see it? So I put a little shell in there, and that's what I put the loose sage on. My loose sage, I'm out of it right now, though. And then the loose sage pieces that I have are still drying outside from the last wrapping that I did. So today, we're going to light this. And this is what it looks like. I'll stick it on the edge there. And I've gotten so used to it now. I never used to like the smell of sage, but you know what? It's because it wasn't this sage. It was a different kind of sage, and it smelled awful. And I thought, ugh, I don't want to have that in my house. But this is different. And this is what I do. I literally just light it like that. Give it a little blow. Get the glowing. There we go. And then I just let it smoke. And when it's done, it's done. Spirit says it's done when it's done. I do it the Native American way. I'm not, you know, I don't need to cleanse my entire house. This is just for us, for our energy this morning. What have I done here? My screen is all weirded out. I've lost my, come on. How annoying. Oh, well. That's really not good. There we go. Sorry. I'll close this so we can see a little bit better in the cards. I don't like to close it because I like to see my hummingbird show up above here. Maybe I'll leave this one open. I've had my my little hummingbirds have been showing up there. All right, so I'll put you guys back down. I wanted to show you that. So we've got sage going. That clears the energy for our page. That makes everything feel just cleansed. You know, from my dreams last night, I had dreams that I don't quite understand a lot of them. I saw my twin a couple times in there, and I don't know what was going on. And so it frustrates me. So the best thing for me to do is just let it go. So when it's just kind of like when Spirit gives us a, oh, I guess we're doing this deck, the Enchanted map. Isn't that funny? So if you can't get anything, like I've had clients writing me last night and this morning, you know, going through a difficult time and they can't quite figure it out. And I said, you know what, if you can't figure it out, let it go. And even with the dreams, if you can't figure it out, let it go. If it's meant to come back, Spirit will bring it back. Otherwise, it kind of rolls around in your subconscious and it'll come to you. You'll think it's a deja vu. People call it deja vu, right? But it isn't. You've already dreamed it. People ask me that all the time. What is deja vu? You've already dreamed it. Spirit's already shown it to you. Or it was a past life thing. That's what it is. Alrighty. So for us, let's use our selenite wand. I haven't even put my rings on. Look at you guys. My moonstone is just burning me. It doesn't matter what finger I put it on. It's burning me. It's burned here. It's burned here. It's burned here. I'm trying to understand why my own moonstone is burning me. I mean, I'm an Aries and a Pisces moon, and my twin is an Aries, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just strange. So I'm going to put it up here, and I want to wear it, but the power in it is just so intense. I guess we'll put it here. And I can't even put my turquoise. I decided, okay, I'll just stick my turquoise over top of it, and I can't. Nothing can go there. It's like my hands need to be free right now of all rings, which is really interesting. So maybe, you know what? Let's do this, you guys, because... And see, it went out. So I didn't need anything for my own personal energy, but I've got another idea here. There might be something attached to the rings that I'm wearing. I'm not quite certain why that would be, but there might be. Wow, that went up. So I'm going to sage my rings. Whatever is in there that's disturbing my body, my soul, because it's burning me, take it away. Also, I'm going to show you guys something funny. We haven't even started our reading, but these are all important things I want to show you. When you sage your feet. Sage the bottom of your feet. Right? You want to get grounded, and you want to, whatever you've stepped in, like emotionally, physically, wherever you've gone. I went into a secondhand store last night. You know what? That might have been it. I was in a huge giant thrift store, and I was picking up things and touching things. That's probably what happened, and it absorbed into my crystals, and I didn't think about that. Isn't that interesting? Because I've been going through a lot of secondhand things and taking them to secondhand stores and kind of moving things around, and the crystals they're powerful. They absorb the energy, so it's probably trying to protect me, right, by absorbing it. And I haven't cleansed them. I never even thought about that. Because my own stuff isn't going to hurt me. Now, this is why, you guys, we have a little dish. Because the ash falls, and you don't want it to be falling all over your house, because it stains the carpet. I don't have carpet, but I don't need it on my feet. I like this. I like this. All right, you guys, we'll get rolling here. But those are important things I think you guys need to know, because I have had people asking me. All right. Who do we want to have assist us today? The tiger. Ooh, I think there's an aggressive energy going on. I think we might need some help. So we're going to have the black horse and the tiger come forward. But we want to have Buddha in front to keep things happy. And I think the Rutilated Quartz. Rutilated Quartz speaks about communicating and connecting. We'll put the rose quartz in front too. So we're going to put a lot of... I just feel like we need a lot of assistance today. I don't know. That's just coming to me. All right, here's the last shuffle. What's going on? I'm supposed to take a... You know what? I just was told I need to take a message from the Crystal Oracle. Maybe they'll tell us what's going on. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. So somebody got knocked off their feet is what I got, but not in a good way. So there's a temporary glitch going on here, and we need to clear it right now. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is it that's going on? What is it that's going on? Can you show us? What's going on? What's happening? I want this to be a happy day. One more? All right. One more. Oh, wow. I know what's going on. Okay. God, I felt it so strong. I'm so connected. I'm so connected to this person. All right. So Jasper red. God, I just knew it. Oh my God, doesn't that look like this? I always thought this was rose quartz. Oh my God, you guys, it's not. It looks exactly like that. Maybe I needed to know that all along. Holy moly. Okay, so Jasper Red, I already know the message for Jasper Red. And it's what it's telling you is, I got this message when I was, when Lily came into my life, when she first arrived. Right before she came, I got this message. And again, when she got really sick. So this message, Jasper Red is telling you that you may be drawn into a situation soon. You may find yourself in a situation or drawn to it somehow where you feel compelled. Now the word is compelled. That means that you are drawn to do this. This is what you want to do this. It's important to you. You're compelled to help care for or protect somebody who's in need of help. It might be a person or it might be a pet, like it was with Lily. This person has suffered some kind of a trauma. I told you something was going down. Something awful has just happened. Somebody's just come through something. They're okay, but they're suffering from depression or anxiety. And the love that you share with them, and I say share because you don't want to give your love to somebody. You need to share it. There needs to be a sharing so you don't deplete yourself. So right now, when you share this love with this person, the love and attention that you give to them it will help them heal. And the reason it is we're being told that we're sharing is because when you love another this way, you are also healing an aspect of yourself that has this same deep yearning inside, this yearning for deep care and healing, this nurturing that they did not experience and that you are going to be sharing with them. It could be a trauma from your childhood. It could be a trauma from a past life. It could be from an earlier relationship sometime in your life before. It doesn't matter. You don't have to figure out what it is. And you know what? It's best not to even think about it. It's best not to dwell on it, because if it doesn't come to mind, if you don't know what it is, you don't want to put your energy there. You want to put your energy into the healing. So let it go. Just allow the healing to happen. And recognize that we mirror one another. We all have traumas in our lives. It's not a contest, as somebody just told me this morning. You know, there's a song, I think it's called, I think Taylor Swift sings it, I'm not sure, Renegades, but basically it's talking about everybody, you know, they have their sad story, we both tell each other our sad story, but it's not about that. We all have sad stories, right? It doesn't diminish, one doesn't diminish another's, because, you know, somebody's been through something that you haven't been through. We each feel pain, and so when we mirror one another, and this self-healing occurs when we care for each other. It's the same thing as when I do Reiki healing. When I use Reiki energy, when I heal with Reiki energy, it heals me too. So when I would do Reiki with Lily or with on my twin, I was also getting the healing myself. And so it's the same thing with this nurturing. When we nurture and love another, we're also nurturing and loving a part of ourselves that's begging for that. So it's talking about trusting in the healing power of love. The ability to care and protect and nurture another. It's interesting to me. Maybe I'm supposed to be working with this deck. I don't know. I just knew that was so important. But Rutilated Quartz is been brought forward too, because Rutilated Quartz, I got this, Spirit kept talking to me about it, and I knew I needed to get it. And the last time I was in Sedona, shoot, the lighting in here is lame. There we go. The last time I was in Sedona. I wish I'd put the light on. Remember I put the light on yesterday and it worked so much better. I got to remember to do that. But I went in there and I held all these different stones, and this is the one that felt good. I can fall asleep holding this in my hand. And the Rutilated Quartz is talking about how you're able to emotionally connect with another. And it's saying that you are subconsciously receiving loving vibrations and thoughts from someone that's connected to your past. And there's a conflict that hurt you emotionally. Probably hurt them as well, and it's being reconciled right now through the healing power of forgiveness and unconditional love. That's why Rutilated Quartz came forward. So over the coming days, you might find yourself emotionally and mentally also reciprocating this love to the other one as you reflect on this one. It's a mutual exchange, and through that, past wounds are being healed energetically, and negative attachments are resolved and released. So it works very well. And as you could see, I didn't know that these cards were coming up. So That's why it's important for me to allow you guys to watch me, I feel, do this, because I feel like I've gotten a lot of people questioning, because I have as well, you know, because of what's going on with the ones that consider themselves light workers, right? And yet they're not. So there's too much that's staged. And I thought, you know what? It just came to my mind the other day, and I thought, no, I don't have anything staged, and I want you to see that. So I want to tell you that Rutilated Quartz, it's an illuminator of the soul. It cleanses and energizes and protects your aura. And a lot of times, you know, when you ask for your chakras to be balanced, cleared and balanced, you don't think about asking about your auric field. You may have a tear in your auric field, which is allowing the energy to come in, right? So Rutilated Quartz helps solve problems in your personal life. So it's good to have next to this person, the energy of what's going on with this one that's connecting to you in your life. It has to do with visions, clear thinking, clairsentient. That's why I picked it up. It was pulling to me because I knew what was going on. Interesting. It's energizing, you know, it'll bring passion into difficult times, and maybe projects that you're having a difficult time with. It helps you with that. If something that has happened to you, God, Spirit, I love what they're throwing at me. This one that's coming into my life, this person has had their soul crushed. That's how it feels. And this literally helps with soul crushing. Wow, when you feel like things are pointless, or if you're out of touch, it can help straighten your thought pattern. You know, get to the root of the unhappiness, or help you with any hang-ups or mental issues that you might be having. It can help you see things that you may not have otherwise noticed. I should let you guys look at it and dwell on this. It helps you get a better, helps you gather an approach that's more circumspect. It gives you a more rounded out idea of your own mental health and your own state of being psychologically. Maybe you're out of whack in the way you're thinking about your own self. It helps ease feelings of guilt, anxiety, and loneliness, which cause hang-ups. That's what causes a lot of mental hang-ups. It makes you think that you're sick, or it makes you think that there's issues with you, when in actuality, the issues are you're lonely, you're feeling guilty, you're feeling anxious. So this will bring it to the surface and help you realize what it is that I have to look at so that I can heal it, right? So that I can work on that. Because these feelings that you have, guilt about what? What are you guilty about? Why are you lonely? Why are you anxious? That's going to point to issues that are deeper that you need to look at. And a lot of times people don't want to look at that, but you've got to get to the root of the problem in order to snuff it out, right? In order to get with it. It'll help you improve your instincts when dealing with your own emotional state, but with others. They're giving an example of being unhappy in a job, but you don't know how to get out of the job, or you realize that you love somebody, but you don't know how to approach them. You don't know what to say. Oh my God, I'm getting prickles. I'm getting prickles on that. Okay, so if that's what the issue is, hold Rutilated Quartz in your hand. Take this and rub it across hold this. You can hold it right now. You can literally, this can be your hand. You're holding this Rutilated Quartz. If you can't get your hands on some on your own, feel the energy of the Rutilated Quartz. And then take your thumb and rub it over your third eye and say Rutilated Quartz in circuit. I'm taking on the properties. Or look up a Rutilated Quartz on Google, right? And stare at and just ask for the properties of this. I need help with saying what I need to say. I love this person and I don't know how to tell them. You know, I heard that song yesterday. Those 3 words are said too often and yet not enough. Because it's said a lot by people, I love you. It's said a lot by people that don't mean it. And yet, it's not said enough by the ones who actually do and who need to hear it, right? Or if it's about a job, you're not happy and you don't know how to get out of it, this will help you. Crystals are so powerful. I ran into a lady yesterday. She was wandering around the secondhand store and she had this big wand that she was walking with, like a staff. And a girl and her were talking about the crystals. And so I walked by. I was trying to look at the candles, and they were there for quite a long time. And I walked up later and I said, excuse me, you guys were here. I didn't want to disturb you, but I just need to get in here. So they started to talk about the crystals. And the woman looked at my vocal cut crystal and started talking about it. And she started telling me about Shungite that she has. Shungite is she said it was 1,000,000-year-old. It's from a star. And the other woman was talking about different crystals, and I said, I'm looking for a Lemurian crystal. That's what I need. But it'll come to me. I'll be gifted with a Lemurian crystal, Spirit told me. So I'm not to buy it. And the young woman that was talking to her was saying, I don't believe that there's any power in crystals. I just think they're pretty. And I said, oh no, they are very powerful. Crystals are powerful, just as trees are powerful. Anything from the earth is of use for us. So don't think that the power of crystals can't help you. They absolutely can. So they'll help you figure out what action that needs to be taken and help you, give you the strength to take the action. So if you need to leave a job, you need to speak up and say, I'm leaving, this will help you. If you need to approach someone and say, look, I love you. Or I just have a difficult time saying that word, but I really want to say it. Or I have other words to say to you and I don't quite know what to say. It'll help you move through the struggle. So I think I'll leave it at that because I didn't realize I was going to get so into this, but they go hand in hand. So the one that's going through this needs to focus on the Rutilated quartz. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave that as far as those go. This is going to be a really long daily reading, my word. Wow. Jasper red. Okay, how did I know? I knew that was coming. So they're supported, you guys. You're supported. We've got the energy of the black horse. We've got the tiger. The tiger's not going to let anything go. But the tiger. We got the. Oh, wow, I've got to take a breath, though. I've got to take a breath. We've got Buddha that's going to lighten up your energy and make you happy. We've got the Rutilated quartz that's going to help you find the words and move through it. We've got the Jasper red that I swore to God was I got to take this in because I thought it was rose quartz. I don't know. Maybe it just looks like Jasper red. All right, you guys. Here we go. It's this one. Metamorphosis. All righty. Alrighty, Metamorphosis. Well, Metamorphosis, you know what that is. That's transformation. So you see, interesting, these flamingos, these pink flamingos, the color of the rose, the heart chakra, they look like they have butterfly wings. They do. Look really close. They look like butterfly wings. So there is a metamorphosis that is taking place. There's a butterfly above it that's come out of the cocoon, right? It's been released from that cocoon. There's clouds, storm clouds all around. So a metamorphosis does not come about easily. Maybe that has to do with the related to the Jasper red person that's come out of something, because you think about struggling out of that cocoon that's been holding you. Something that somebody has been bound in something and they have finally emerged from it, whether it's a mental prison or literally they felt like where they were locked in and they couldn't get away. They have finally emerged from this cocoon. And the struggle to get out of that is extremely difficult. It's like giving birth. And imagine coming out of that as an adult. So it's very, very painful. And there could be loss involved. Sacrifice, absolutely. A part of you has to die in order for the new part of you to be born. So you may be leaving something. That one, the Jasper red, the person that's suffering, that color, that's blood. You bled. They bled. It was painful. They have had to maybe walk away from something. It's like, oh my God, yesterday when I was driving home from my daughter's, I went with my grandson, we got some flowers for my daughter's birthday. I saw the red hawk, which is me. Oh, now I understand it. And it had a snake in its talons, and I didn't have a bad feeling. I said I felt like that red hawk was carrying that snake to safety. Isn't that bizarre? But that's really what I felt. Because the snake represented, to me, it represented transformation. It represented healing. That's what I felt when I saw it. So just like the snake sheds its dead skin and a caterpillar dies, right? The butterfly is born from the death of the caterpillar. And the shedding of the snake skin brings about the new life, right? You have to release the old in order for the new to be born. Something has to die. An old part of you has to die. Maybe it's an old lifestyle. Maybe it's the people that you associated with. Maybe it's an old job. Maybe it's your old belief system, and now you're recognizing your spiritual self, and you're stepping into that. Maybe maybe it's an old, like I said, a belief system. Maybe you've had low self-esteem. You were seeing yourself as a lowly caterpillar, but now you've realized I'm a beautiful butterfly. I have transformed. I recognize my own beauty. My God, look at that. I've got to let that go. Those thoughts about myself, they need to change. You need to realize and see yourself as you truly are. This one may still see themselves as a caterpillar crawling around. Remember, I said, when will I didn't tell you, now I'm told you, I might as well tell you. When will I hear from the one I love? And when will I see him? And I heard October, and then they showed me a caterpillar. He probably was seeing himself as a caterpillar, not recognizing that he's transformed into this incredibly beautiful butterfly. Right? It could be that you're letting go of a dream that doesn't serve you any longer. Maybe there's something you worked hard on, and you have to let go of that. Maybe it's a relationship that's draining you, or habits that you are indulging in that are not healthy for you. Whatever it is, whatever this transformative time is for you, it's here. And yes, there is some kind of a loss involved, but what you're leaving behind pales in comparison to what you're becoming. So that's that message. That's what it is. This one that's suffering and in pain, they're leaving behind something probably that they hoped that they didn't have to. Or maybe in order to have what they want and that they know that they deserve, they need to leave a situation, and it's going to be painful for them. Remember yesterday, the card that showed, put your umbrella up. It was last night. There's going to be tears. That was what it was. Someone was leaving, and there were going to be tears. Could have been the other people that were crying. It could have been you. Could have been everybody. Whatever it is, it's a joyful time in moving forward, yes, but there is still some sadness involved. Don't you wish that it could just be happy, right? Why can't it just be easy? Oh, I love this message. I don't even know what the message is right now. I'm just going to read the card. This crane, this was in another message that we saw. This crane is the one, the jack of all trades. This is the one who is standing on his own 2 feet, has learned to stand on his own 2 feet. They call them the jack of all trades, a master of none. They dabble in this and they dabble in that. They don't have maybe a formal education. That's why I think this is hysterical. Or maybe they have had a formal education, but they're not using it. They're using it for something else. Their spiritual path has taken them in a different direction. But the crane totem is not really concerned with what other people think. They don't care. The crane is one of my messengers. I don't care. It's like you're not worried about keeping up with the Joneses. There you are. You're a hummingbird, and you're better than that. You don't care what everybody else has to say. You are able to see an opportunity. This one is recognizing the teacher. The teacher is opening up a book of knowledge, and this one is being educated by this teacher. Notice that we're in the new moon period. The crane is recognizing an opportunity where others may not see it. This is just a regular girl sitting here reading this book, but he sees, wow, what's coming out of this book is magic. This person knows there's wisdom coming from this. It could be, they recognize an opportunity and they know how to make the best of an opportunity. They're definitely, they're loners. They don't have to be with a lot of people. They actually don't like being with a lot of people. They prefer one-on-one. That's what the crane totem person is. But so the crane here, I'm seeing this crane here, needs to pay attention to this one. There's wisdom that's coming from this one that's got the book open, clearly, because there's magic coming from this book. So you may not have enough information about what you need to do. You may need to be seeking knowledge. Maybe the circumstances you're in or the direction that you need to take, you're not quite certain about it. But what they're telling you is this crane is stepping forward and there's magic coming from this book. So the information is coming. Be sure that it is coming. I just said this morning, when you don't get something or you don't understand, you just wait. Spirit's going to bring it. And here, bam, here's our confirmation for that. So it might be time for you to ask someone. Educate yourself. It might be time to... Is there somebody that is more knowledgeable about what it is? We got this yesterday too, about the path that you're going on, right? You've wrapped up some kind of a business. Maybe you're starting on your own, and you need to ask somebody in the know how to do this. How can I move forward? I had this happen last night when I was at that thrift store. The man came up to me and he saw my crystal too, and he started asking me, how would I do this? And do you teach Reiki classes? And I said, no, that's not something I do. Maybe I will, but at this point, no. I use it for myself. But he came and he says, I was leaving. I was walking outside, and I went out and I saw that great flock of blackbirds, and I thought, oh, I better not go. And that's when I said to him, oh, to me, the birds were walk your walk, talk your talk. They were my friends. They're my team. I was telling him I'm a shaman. He found me 3 times in the store. He kept coming back to me. And I said, you know, the reason you came back in, the reason they nudged you back in was because you needed to talk to me. And he said, you're right, I did. And that's what will happen. You will be led to who it is that has the right answers or the messages for you that you're requiring at the time. I was shown that last night too, because I was kind of a little bit annoyed. I thought to myself, oh, I just want to spend some time by myself. I'm just, you know, I just want to be left alone. But I got a message. I kept seeing the monkey, and everywhere. And while I was talking to him, a monkey would show up. And the monkey says, you need to socialize. You need to talk to people. You need to, you know, maybe help somebody else, lighten up, have a little bit of fun. It's about interaction and spending time with friends. And I thought, well, I don't know this person, but I was clearly meant to help, right? So they're telling you that at this time you might find a teacher or a mentor that will help you understand what the next course of action is for you to take. And then also, here maybe this heron has left that situation. Maybe this is the heron. I'm looking at the little feather on the back of his head. Can you see? To me, it's like his feathers are ruffled. So he's come out, he's kind of stressed out. And so he's come out of this situation, and he's kind of like thrust into basically a school of life. It's like, you know, you graduate. I said yesterday, 21, you've graduated. But you know what? When you graduate and then you got to go to college, now you're at the bottom of the totem pole again, right? When you leave elementary school and you're, you know, the top of the class. My grandson was the top of his class, and everyone loved him, and, you know, double honor roll, and actually had 3 honor rolls. And now he's in junior high, and now he's the bottom of the totem pole, and he's getting knocked over by the bigger kids. He's kind of picked on, so he's got his feathers ruffled. So you might be thrown into this new school of life, right? And it's unfamiliar, and you've got to learn by experience. Now you got to go. Here we go again. You know, we get to the top of our game, and then we get, you know, thrown into something different. So now's the time to be teachable. I also, for me, I had to listen when that man started to talk to me and tell me his story about different things. I kept saying to myself, you know, that's not what I believe. That's not my, you know, and I thought, no, Sherry, you need to just listen. Just listen. It doesn't mean you're going to change your viewpoint, but just listen, because you might learn something. We always have to be open, you know, and be willing to say, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I woke up this morning and I thought, wow, when will I see my twin? You know, it's our anniversary at the end of this month, and if I have to wait that long, I'm going to be brokenhearted. I just don't know. People ask, you know, me all the time and for certain pieces of information, and there's some things that Spirit won't share, because we have to learn, we have to live into the school, whatever it is that this school of life is bringing about for us. Wow, that's heavy. I'm just going to do one more, because we already did the one from the, actually we did 1.5 really. We did Jasper Red, and we did the message about the Rutilated Quartz. So I've got to get rolling on my own day. I feel this anxiety, you know, it's not mine. So I am going to light my sage wand again, because I'm picking this up. And that was one of the things that man and I were talking about yesterday. And when he asked me if he told me about a group. It's funny how people keep trying to get me to go to these group places where these healers are. And I told him I don't go there. I don't do that, because I can't tell who. He says, well, there's a lot of healers there. And I said, yeah, but I can't tell, you know, who's coming from the light and who's not in a group like that. And I said, and I'm an empath. He didn't know what an empath is. An empath is someone who takes on others' feelings. I feel the energy. I said, I'm a channel. It comes through me, and I can't shut it off. It's hard for me to shut off. I can shut it off, but it takes a lot. So right now, this is for me, because I'm picking up the energy of this one that I'm connecting. I can feel it in my solar plexus and in my sacral chakra, and I've got tears in my chest. Actually, they're not in my chest, they're in my stomach. So remember, the solar plexus is about self-worth. So please don't feel bad about yourself, whatever it is. I'm feeling the tears. This is what happens, and this is what I told him. That I feel this, and I can't stop it when it comes through. So right now I am connecting with that Jasper Red. They said, or the Rutilated Quartz, you know, how you may feel the need to help this one, and I'm already feeling that energy. So the message for the solar plexus is, I am worthy. I am worthy. I'll show you guys. I have this, everything on my workspace has a meaning. I saw this last night after I heard that, and it's a puzzle piece, and it says worthy, and my twin is my missing puzzle piece, right? You need to know that you're worthy. No matter what anyone else has said or done or what you've gone through, you are worthy. I am worthy. Let's just say that together. Let's just put this together. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of stability. I am worthy of trust. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of safety. God, I got prickles with that. Safety. Okay, I am safe. I am loved. I am peaceful. I am calm. Father, please fill all of us with unconditional love. We're asking for that right now. Peace, calming energy. Breathe in the love. Breathe out the shit. Okay. Take a look at the amethyst and take a calming, deep breath. Okay. Here we go. Wow. I needed that, you guys. Thanks for doing that with me. I needed that. So, whoever I'm connecting with, and I believe I know, I love you. You will find the right words. A lot of times words aren't necessary. A hug says more than a million words. You are worthy of everything that you wish. You don't have to have everything perfect. You love just as you are. You're more beautiful than you realize inside and out. Wow. All right. Here we go. This is what's going on. Somebody's at a fork in the road. You can go, oh wow, this reminds me of when I was in Kings National Forest. Do you guys recall? I went inside a hollow tree. It's funny with the fires that we have going on. People are saying they see trees burning from the inside. That's because their roots are hollow. Do you realize that the tree grows from the inside out? So a tree can be burned up from the inside and still have a beautiful outside, which makes me think of this Rutilated Quartz person that may have looked very, very beautiful and untouched on the outside, but the inside was burned out, hollowed out. And they've had a lot of pain and you don't see it on the outside. So I literally sat on the inside of this giant, beautiful sequoia. And the outside, there were branches that continue to grow. So you can go through the fire. You can go through the fire and come out the other side and continue to grow. That's what I see when I look at this. I look at this tree that's been hollowed out, and there's options now. You have options. Now, as I sat in that tree, there was a doorway that I came in where the tree had burned out. There was an opening here, and there was a window here. And as I looked out, I saw things on this side, and as I looked out, I saw different things on that side. This side, the forest was more populated. It was more like a city. And oh wow, it kind of looks like this here as well. And this side, it was darker like that. It went up the hill. But on this is the one I chose to take. I took the one to the right, which is interesting because this one's lit up. Sometimes the path looks easier and more lit up on one side, and it looks more challenging on the other. But literally, the one that's more challenging is the one that leads you to your destination of where you really need to go. I'm just reading the card, right at this moment. When I looked out to the right, I saw a deer standing, and I went out that one, and I followed after the deer, and it was a beautiful one. This one went to the road and to where all the cars and all the people were, and I go where there aren't the people. I want to go where people are not. So I see that looking at this picture. Now you see it's interesting because they look like white butterflies. But they also could be, this one looks like a white butterfly, but it also could be white doves, which is peace, prophecy, take a breath, which is what we just did. And I can't help but think that they're flying over here. They're leaving what seemed, sometimes grass looks greener on the other side. That's what I'm getting. See the green grass? Sometimes the grass looks greener over here. It didn't look as green over there, but it's flying out that window, just like I chose that window where the deer was going. Everything is going along exactly with that place. I'm going to find that video and I'm going to share it with you guys. But right now, you're faced with this dilemma. You're at a fork in the road and you need to make a choice about which way you're going to go next. And you need to take responsibility for it. No one else. It's your decision, just like was brought out yesterday in one of our other readings. There's no need for fear. And just like we said before with the last message, you may not have all the answers yet. But maybe you have to move a little bit forward before you'll realize them. Like looking at this picture, the grass did look greener over here, didn't it? It looks greener from here. But when I walked outside of this tree, the beauty was over here. This was the road. It looked green right in the front, but that was just the facade because then there was just a cement road. and a lot of tourists that I didn't want. Here, it was a dry path. What I saw, I didn't see any foliage, but I saw the deer walk by, and the deer was what drew me. And I followed out the deer, and I went up the side, and I'll show you guys the video. It was beautiful. It took me to the most dizzying heights, to the top of this incredible rock. It was beautiful. That was, and my soul led me there, right? So sometimes you need to take a few steps before you realize. You need to trust your intuition like I did. I was asked, they say ask for a sign. My sign was the deer. I saw the beautiful green grass. You know what I saw on this side? I saw dogwood trees. I saw grass. I saw a lot out of this side, and this I just saw dry. But the deer went by, and the deer led me. The deer, never mistake a gentle person for a weak one. That comes to mind. Also, the deer message is, you may be coming out of a difficult situation, and you're not quite sure where to put your footing, which is what we're talking about here. So walk gently on your path as you take a few steps forward, and trust your intuition that will lead you to the right path. If you remain conscious, if you remain aware like I did, I was very consciously aware. I paid attention to the details. And where would I go? I would go where the life was, right? Yes, there was a pretty tree standing there, but the life walked past, the animal walked past, right? Success comes from you choosing by following your intuition. Follow your intuition, and Spirit will guide you to the right choice. God, this is a beautiful message. I am so pleased that this came up. And it's amazing to me that is my scene. That is me. Wait till you see me sitting inside this hollow tree. I did an entire reading in there. And you know what was the bummer? Was when I looked out, I didn't know when I held the camera, you couldn't see. When I showed you this window and this window, there you are, my beautiful hummingbird. You will accomplish what you may feel is impossible to yourself and others. When I looked out, it did that. It kind of like, watch this. How do I do this? How do I do this? See if I go like this. I did it a second ago. See how it whites out and it goes darker? It whites out. So when I looked out and I went to show you guys, when you look in the video, you won't see what I saw. It was all whited out. So basically the choice was mine, and it was like going blind, going blind. What is the choice? Basically what it meant to me was when I was sitting there, I didn't want you to see what I saw. I wanted you to see what you saw. Now look at, when I put this here, it makes everything in the background go foggy, right? Because the camera tries to focus on this. So if you had seen what I was looking at, you wouldn't have been able to see your choice that you were trying to make a decision about. So this was all whited out so that you could visualize and imagine what was there. What were the choices that I'm looking at? What are my two choices? Are they two jobs? Are they two relationships? Are they two life paths? Are they two different cities? Am I thinking of moving? Are they, am I to get a traveling trailer? Or am I to put a purchase down on a condo? Whatever it is. I'm choosing between two apartments, two houses, whatever the choices are, two schools, whatever the choices are. I love this. All right, you guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm going to go look for that video and post it, and then I'll get this up as soon as I can. I love you guys.